Hello YouTube, this is NASCAR 48 WB2 Buff here with the INORL 3M Truck Series, race number 10, here from Langhorne Speedway, Pennsylvania, a hometown track to me. Just to let you all know, this track was about 5 miles from where I lived. And then they decided, like, hey guys, this is an amazing idea. Let's tear this beautiful track down that hosted IndyCar, NASCAR, and other stuff, and let's put a Kmart there. A Kmart, guys. That's the right. Let's put the Kmart there. So I would love to meet the guy who wanted that to happen. He must have hated racing. But on the pole is Richard Johnson. He has a good run here so far, and he's on the pole with David Rochester on the outside pole, with Danielle Jones third, and Jake Baskinger, rookie, right there in fourth. And how about this man right here, Mason Wood, starting fifth, 35 points behind the points leader, Jacob York, who's right back there, just outside the top 10. Now, this track is a very tough track to race. It's a circle all the way around, no straightaways. It's a very tough track to pass. So, if you can master the passing, you could get the win. Now, we're going to get ready for our starting command. Hopefully it's ready to gear down on my hometown track. And let's get ready here at Langhorne.
Drivers, start your engines!
As these drivers are starting up their engines, they're going to go around this track half the time. And we're going to get ready for race 10 of the INORL 3M Truck Series, the Dollar General 150. And here they are rolling around. Pit road is double wide, so got to be careful coming in and off pit road. Got to be careful. You never know when can happen, and there's a lot of trouble coming in the pit road. That's where most of the cautions happen. And we're going to go green here at Langhorne, and there's only catch fences on the front straightaway. Notice here the catch fence goes out, so you can easily flip right over the guardrail. And how about David Rochester? He gets a run, but can Richard Johnson hold up on the inside? Same with Danielle Jones, and Richard Johnson's going to go right out in front. David Rochester going to go right out in front, but here comes Richard Johnson back on the inside. He wants that position back, but David Rochester will lead the first lap. As you see, it's very hard to pass here. Baskinger looking to make it 3 wide. He would for a second. Danielle Jones looking to make it 3 wide also. Baskinger going to move to the inside. He might make a run for the lead here soon. Like we said, it's a circle all the way around. It's going to get tough to wheel the car. And here comes Baskinger for the lead here soon. William Duncan shuffled up on the high side early on. Got to be careful and want to get too high and have a 3 wide where that can result in a caution. No, they were looking to go 4 wide. 4 wide almost, but 3 wide already. William Duncan way up on the high side. Mason Wood, he's trying to get into the top 5. 3 wide for third here. He needs every point he can get to catch up on Jacob York. Now, one thing is, he has to comment this race or he loses his ride. So it won't even matter at that point if he loses his ride. But it looks like he can't get that position. Sam Young going to hold it up against David Rochester. But Mason Wood is going to come back for it. But will it be enough this time? Oh, Rochester falls back and they get by it. And look at the racing back here for 7th, I believe. It's been 3 wide for the past 5 laps. And we got a 4 wide almost. And I heard scraping. Car into the wall back here. Is the caution out though? Can't tell if the caution is out. No, it is not. And Baskinger out to a very big lead already. As you can see, the field spreading out. He wants to get as far as the lead as he can because it looks like we might stay green flag most of the time, and the pit stops will count. Oh, Jackson hard into the wall, almost spinning out. Jacob Sisko running back here. Matt Wheeler, and they're just continuing to grind the wall all the way around, and Jackson going to fall all the way back to last. Oh, hard into the wall again. These drivers are... Oh, we have a wreck up here. William Duncan around. Oh, not a good start to this race already. Heavy damage for William Duncan. Not a good start to this race already. He's had a pretty rough season, starting to turn it around, and now this happens. Not a good start to the race here for Duncan. And he'll slide on the pit road and try to fix that 11. Good Sam, roadside assistance. Toyota. Justin Muse also on pit road. Heavy damage for him a bit. I saw Chris Rickenbaugh in that. As drivers start to sort it out and try to get on pit road, let me take you to pit road to see this kind of action that comes out through this. Like I said, double wide pit road. Pit boxes on this side, pit boxes on that side. Gotta be careful. Doesn't look like anybody's staying out. Richard Johnson gets that first pit stall. But the other driver also gets a good pit stall. That could help him also coming off pit road. Wait, I think someone hit the pit wall back here. I heard damage. Nope, no one did. And who's going to win the battle of pit road? It's going to be Richard Johnson. Who's going to get second here? Fill him up with fuel. Beth Beat gets second. No, Anna Gregg, I think. Or something like that. Beth Beat. My fault. Sorry about that. It looks like David Rochester. He's spending a lot of time on pit road. Yeah, I guess he's trying to get that car full of fuel. And I will take you to see what went wrong in that wreck. William Duncan was falling way back. He was just stuck on the outside, couldn't get to the inside. Chris Rickenbaugh stuck in the wall, and he just can't squeeze himself between him and Zachary Robinson. Almost gets by, but the 32, Jerry Guerrero, are going to get in the back of him, turn him into Chris Rickenbaugh, and he's going to take a harder little lick into the guardrail. Jake Rogers barely slips by that. Justin Muse had nowhere to go, and bam, a hard little lick there for Justin Muse. And nowhere for these drivers to go. Let's take another view of this. Another rough day for William Duncan. He just has nowhere to go. Gonna get slammed in the back two of Jerry Guerrero. Hit driver's side door. Almost saves it, but just again, nowhere to go. He was grinding on two wheels. Hits the wall. Looks like it's not going to be that bad, but Justin Muse also had nowhere to go, and bam, right into him. And that's enough to really hurt your chances at winning. So let's take an onboard here with this 32 of Jerry Guerrero. If I can find it. Yep, there we go. A little trouble finding the button there. And yes, there was definitely contact between those two. William Duncan might not be too happy with Jerry Guerrero after this race. But I'll take you back to the green here at Langhorne. And we are back. A lot of cars were lapped on pit road due to the fact that this is a very small track. And you can't believe the tire wear that these tires have to go through. It's a left turn all the way around. Trying to get grip for that is just unbelievably hard to do. So obviously you can see the trouble that drivers have on pit road. So a lot of drivers went on lap down, leaving only 23 cars left in the lead lap. Richard Johnson the leader. Beth Beat second. Jordan Eppolito third. Joe McDonald, wait, no. That used to be the last person. Austin Ogo fourth. 39 of Charles Sanford in fifth. Pace car is going to pull in. We're going to get ready to go here at Langhorne for restart number 2 of the day. Got him off today. And how about that run? Richard Johnson got in that corner. Immediately takes the lead. Already a good day for him so far. Actually, there's like a separated pack here. I think Jake Rogers is holding up the field for that restart. And that's going to separate them. Now Beth Beat's going to come back on Richard Johnson's tail and try to get the lead here on the outside. It looks like the outside line is the way to go to pass. Beth Beat using the draft. Will it be enough? You got to keep careful on your inside. You got Anna Gregg coming there. Luke Walker or Leia Walker. It's hard to do that with two L's. Gotta be careful. They're a lap down though, but that could also hurt Beth Beaton trying to get the lead because they'll interfere with that. But a man who is not lap down is right there, Jordan Appolito. He's stuck in the middle of all these lap cars. Oh, and it was close back here. Kyle Sanofsky and Austin Oko made some contact, but they kept it together. These are lap cars battling for the all-important position of somewhere in the 20s. Could have wrecked a lot of the field back here. Oh, how about Jordan Appolito? He's gonna go past Beth Beat here on the middle lane and try to get second here. And now he's going to try to help Brendan Patterson and himself get up to Richard Johnson. But now he's going to go on the outside of Richard Johnson. But here comes Beth Beat back through the middle. That might have not been the smartest move. Beth Beat back and going to pull the crossover. And Charles Sanford along with them. A lot of cars riding close to the outside. Oh, Sanford makes a little bit of contact to move him out of the way a little bit. And Sanford is also going to slide by. And Richard Johnson is just running away with the lead. Let's take a rear shot to see how far he really is. He is pretty far. I see Charles Sanford a little bit in front of him is Beth Beat second place. But that is actually pretty far for this track. Oh, caution flag is out. Caution flag is out. Oh my God! Jacob York! Excuse my language there for some very religious people, but Jacob York, your points leader, upside down! Mason Wood, I think, was also involved. Tony Blazer, Dylan Young, last week's winner, Dylan Young in that. Jake Baskinger gets a piece of that. And Jacob York, upside down on his roof here at Langhorne. I will take you to see what happened once again here at my favorite speedway, Langhorne. And we are back 4 wide. Not the most useful situation here. Looks like, just Dylan Young just got squeezed, and they're going to slide up into Jacob York, and let's see how he flipped. And he just gets jacked up. Mason Wood gets a piece of that, and he's grinding the rail with the rear end of Dylan Young my God, I can't talk today. Inside Jacob York's windshield. He got slammed in the windshield about 2 or 3 times. That is not something you like to see. But let's see that from another view. He was riding the rail with the back end sticking up off the ground. That is not a happy sight to see. Just watch this 92 car go airborne. He almost flipped over the track. He's on top of the guardrail, actually. Lands on Slice's Tony Blazer right there. And then Dylan Young's rear end is in his windshield. Luckily, that was not the driver's side door windshield. Let's take an onboard here with Jacob York. That was a very scary wreck to see. 2 hard hits in the past couple races. Not what he wanted to have. Now let's take a view on with Jake Baskinger in the 02 to see what he saw in this wreck. There's, like I said, that 92's right in front of him. Flipped over. Both your points leaders are going to get involved in that. And you know who that's really going to help? That is going to help this man right here, big time, number 81 of Tyler Jones. But I'll take you back to the green here at Langhorne for about getting to halfway here. And we are back. Richard Johnson is still your leader. Beth Beat second. Jordan Appolito third. Austin Ogo fourth. Charles Sanford fifth. And that 92 car of Jacob York is still on the track. He flips over, grinding the guardrail, back into Dylan Young's car through the windshield, and he's still racing. A moment of silence for I just can't believe what went on. Anyways, No one has retired from the race so far. Surprisingly, no one has. I would think Jacob York would retire after that, but somehow that car is keeping together. He's pulling a Dale Earnhardt here. But we're going to have 21 cars left on the lead lap. Pit stops, like I said, take a long time on this pit road. But anyways, Richard Johnson will take us back to the green. We have just passed halfway, and it's time to get near the ending half of the race. Who's going to win it here at Langhorne? Richard Johnson gets out to a really good lead once again. Beth Beat on his tail, though. Can Beth Beat catch him, though, before any other cars interfere with that? Richard Johnson will also lead this lap once again. He's working on it. Here comes Beth Beat here soon. Can she get up there close enough? Austin Ogo joining in on this. Austin Ogo, we haven't heard much from him this season. He could try to get out a win here. Really working on it. Not there, not quite. Let's take you through the middle of the field here, see what's going on. 3 wide here for 6. Well, not really, because both of these cars battling Brian James are a lap down. But how about that run Brendan Patterson got right there? He gets a run. Oh, the 14. Close. That was close between Zachary Robinson and the 14 of Jacob Strumpf. Look at this racing back here. Gotta be really careful back here. One wrong move and you're gonna have another Jacob York type wreck. Jacob Lawler, your Texas winner back here. Back here 16th. Jake Baskinger way off the pace. Oh, he's going to try to split the middle. How about that for Jacob Lawler? He's going to split the middle. He has that Ford engine under the hood. That's going to get her done. Mason Wood, he's hurting after that wreck. He's a little bit off speed. William Duncan still hurt from his wreck. And Richard Johnson has really pulled away. Almost a half a second lead over Charles Sanford, who cleared second and third. If he could try to pull away and catch Richard Johnson, he could have a shot at winning this. He has won twice in the Cup Series, but is looking to get a win here in the Truck Series. And something went wrong through that part of the turn. See who let off the gas a lot right there. He's coming on as hard as he can. Let's take a cockpit view with him. Caution flag is out here at Langhorne for the 3rd time today. What was it for this time? Oh, Jacob Sisko, he's in the top 5 in points. Or 6, he's involved. Baskinger once again. Chris Rickenbolt and Kyle Sinoski. And I think Lawler was in it too. We were just talking about him also. But I'll take you to see what happened once again here at the Langhorne as we're getting down to the final laps here. We are back. Looks like the 27 of Jerry Guerrero is in with Chris Rickenball. Comes down, slams him into Matt Wheeler, who gets a piece of that. Right up in front of Jacob Sisko, had nowhere to go. Along with Kyle Sinoski and Jacob Lawler gets a piece of it. Then here comes Baskinger. It's really a 4-car wreck. Lawler really did get by that easily. And let's take it on board here with Jacob Sisko to see what he saw. And then I'll take it back to the green. And I'll take you back to the green here at Langhorne to go back to the green after our 3rd caution of the day. This was a maybe not one of the smartest calls. Every driver opted to stay out when they cannot. I'm pretty sure they cannot make it to the end on this last tank of fuel. If I was them, I would have came in and topped off. And they would, if they topped off now, they could have made it to the end on the race on that tank of gas. But it looks like that was not their plan. None of them did pit. Richard Johnson still leading. Charles Sanford second, Austin Ogle third, Beth Beat fourth, Luke, or I think that might be Leia Walker, fifth. No one has retired. 21 cars left in the lead lap. That's about half the field. That is half the field. And I have a good feeling that's just going to be an amazing showdown to see who will get the win here at Langhorne. It's a battle between Richard Johnson, Charles Sanford, Austin Ogle, Beth B, and Brian James. He's getting up here also. Don't forget about Jordan Upalittle and Tyler Jones, as it's time to go racing here at Langhorne for the final laps. Again, Richard Johnson just getting these restarts and he's pulling away. If they have another caution, drivers might want to think about that. Or if they have to pit, they might want to get a really good pit stop to win this. Sanford's catching up though. Will he have enough to pull a move? He's right on his tail. Will he be the first one to challenge Richard Johnson today? Oh, but Johnson gets a good run through that part of the turn. Sanford right on his tail though. He ain't giving up. Oh, he slides a little bit to the high side. Could that have been good? It didn't look like it was good. Johnson holding up a little bit better on the inside. That hurt Sanford a lot. Or did it help? Because he just got a run off that part of the corner. But Beth Beat's right on his tail. Just making sure there wasn't a wreck. Oh, Seth Cole coming in the pit. And pit stops have begun. And they're looking to go 4 wide off the corner, maybe. Yes, 4 wide off the corner. That might not work. That might not work. Oh, Sanford close to that wall. Austin Ogle, Brian James. Brian James up and the leaders. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh my word. Oh gosh. I cannot believe what my eyes just saw. That was one of the worst wrecks I've ever saw in my history of commentating. Well, pile-ups. Charles Sanford just pulled a Kyle Larson and right in the catch fence. Thank God there was a catch fence. Thank God there was on a straightaway, or maybe that might have been bad. Because fans, as you see, are up close to that catch fence right here. That may have not been the greatest thing ever. It's not even a near good thing. But that's just not good. There is fans right here. And Charles Sanford was just grinding the catch fence, flying parts and pieces into the crowd. That's just not good. We are getting reports. Thankfully, no one, out of God's will, was hit by a piece of by anything. That was a lot of luck right there, and the blessing of God. But Charles Sanford has a heavy hit. Half the field, like 3/4 of the field pile in, and we're gonna have one more restart before the end of this race. But I'll take you to see what happened and what hell broke loose on that lap. We're back. This is 4 wide, coming to the front part of the turn. And Brian James going to get in the Austin Ogle with Beth Beat here. And these are all leaders. Your 4 leaders wrecked. And Sanford heavily into the catch fence. And look at all the innocent fans right there. They just had nowhere to go. But then this rest of the field piles in here. And just, Jesus, look at this carnage. A lot of just nowhere to go for the drivers. And just carnage broke loose there. Sanford comes to rest there. We'll take another view of that. It's just that's not a happy sight to see. Let's take a fan view here. Hopefully this fan was down and ready for a wreck like that. See, that car rides the catch fence all the way down the straightaway as you see his fans ducking and covering from the debris. And like we said, no one was hit by debris, and he continues to ride the catch fence, and half the car is gone. The whole underside of the car is gone, and he has the tire hanging on there right there, and just carnage broke loose right there. So let's take an onboard with him through this scary wreck, and I'll take you back to the green for the final laps. He couldn't even see the ground, and he goes all the way down the straightaway. Let's take a higher up view of this from another spectator. Just nowhere for a lot of drivers to go. So let's take one more on board with Dylan Young, last week's winner, and I'll take you back to the green. And I'll take you back to the green for the final 3 or 4 laps here at Langhorne. Who will get the win? We are back, and you see all these retired cars. The 09, 3, 6, 32, 82, 10, 27, 39, 98, 97. Along with the 4. 13 cars left on the lead lap. Richard Johnson is going to hold first with about 3 to go here. Tyler Jones second. Jordan Eppolito third. Zachary Robinson 4th, and Brandon Bain 5th. Now, Tyler Jones, he has 2 lap cars in between him and Richard Johnson. Now, can Tyler Jones somehow get his second one of the season? If he can, it would take a lot of driving to get it, because he is 2 car lengths behind. Now, if he could get it, that would be a miracle. Will it come out on fuel? Maybe he can have better fuel mileage than Richard Johnson. Like I said, everyone opted to stay out. But does that mean they have enough fuel, or does it not? But we're back to the restart here on lap 40 out of 41. 2 to go here at Langhorne. Can Tyler Jones do it? Richard Johnson did not get that great of a restart, but Jones is held up by the lap cars of Brendan Patterson and Luke Walker. And Johnson will pull away. But Anna Gregg's coming on the outside. That could hold up Richard Johnson. But the white flag is out, and Richard Johnson has this one in the bag. But will anything happen to change that destiny? Oh, Tyler Jones on the wall. This race is definitely Richard Johnson's. Richard Johnson comes off the final part of the turn, and he will win the Dollar General 150 here at Langhorne. And there was a wreck. Also, I heard skid marks. No, there was not. There was not a wreck. I think Baskinger just slid coming into the pits. And Richard Johnson will win the Dollar General 150. And I will take you to your race results here from Langhorne, along with your season standings. And we are back. Richard Johnson led the 34 of the 41 laps here at Langhorne. He just downright dominated this race. He gets first. Zachary Robinson gets second. Jordan Eppolito third. Brandon Bain 4th. Brian James 5th. David Rochester 6th. And Tyler Jones all the way back to 7th. Andreas Allen 8th. Danielle Jones 9th. And Wilhelm Schultz 10th. And the rest of your finishing order here from Langhorne for the Dollar General 150. And I will see you guys next week at Atlanta. That ought to be a good race also. It should be a fun, crazy race to see who wins that. But your points leader is still Jacob York over Tyler Jones, second. By 18 points, he's going to overthrow Mason Wood from second. Jacob York and Mason Wood have been battling out for the past 4 or 5 races. Someone finally overthrows them. And now Tyler Jones is going to join the points battle. Mason Wood falls back to third. Peachy London 4th. Brian James 5th. Brandon Bain 6th. Sam Young 7th. Danielle Jones 8th. Jacob Schultz 9th. Andreas Allen 10th. The rest of your season standings here after Langhorne. And the highest rookie is Luke or Leia Walker. I forget which one it is. Let me see here. Yes, it is Luke Walker. I have been right about that. Thankfully, I was right. But Luke Walker is leading the Rookie of the Season battle. But after that, Richard Johnson, after that win, that really helped him. And he can try to come back and win this. Will win the Rookie of the Season battle. I really don't think he will be able to come back to win the Rookie of the the regular point standings. All the way back here in 33rd. Same with Luke Walker, Jake Rogers. Your lowest rookie is Chris Rickenball. Way behind Jacob. Well, not that behind Jacob Lawler, who has a win, but just not been that good. 3 DNFs out of his 5 starts. Not a good start for him also. Chris Rickenball actually has no DNFs. He's just been off. But anyways, I will see you guys next week at Atlanta. Actually, next week is an off week for the truck and Nationwide. It's only Cup next week, so you're going to have to wait a while for this race. But see you till then. NASCAR 48 WW2 signing off.